Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I just wanted to do a quick video here noting the fact that Senator Asshole Santorum, sadly from my own state of Pennsylvania, is once again tossing out the privatized Medicare bullshit that we have seen in the Ryan plan and the so-called compromise plan that's already being drafted right now. And in his most wonderful and eloquent way of stupidly talking about fucking shit that he has no idea what the fuck he's saying, he wants to turn it over to the free market and free enterprise, private insurers. And we all know exactly what that means. Anybody who has any idea about how the real fucking world works knows that private health insurance companies are riddled with massive administrative costs, whereas Medicare has a 1% overhead. So that, in effect, when seniors and others on Medicare are forced to buy a private health insurance policy, it will be exorbitantly fucking expensive and be shitty to boot. I am so sick of hearing this. You have a government-run program that fucking works. And with very little overhead. And yet, all you hear from these fucking wackos is privatize, privatize, privatize. Fuck you, you fucking sick motherfucker. In other news, you have Mitt the Psychopath Romney not only engaging in his slice and dice antics at BAIN while he was actually employed with them, but taking advantage of being invested in BAIN funds, which are offshored in tax havens like the Cayman Islands. So not only is he paying a way reduced federal tax rate because all of his money comes from investments, and they get a lower tax rate, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. I wonder what his total tax burden is across the board. His effective federal rate is somewhere around 15%. But what about across the board? You know, I pay almost 50% in total taxes when you include everything. My property tax, my state, federal, local, my wage tax, my school tax, and payroll taxes, which he doesn't have to pay. So I wonder what his total tax burden is. This man is a psychopath. Just look at his history. Poorly done in school until finally something happens and suddenly his grades get better. You know what that something was? That was him getting someone else to do his fucking work for him. Or his dad paying somebody to do his fucking work for him. And then moving around to all these different places and finally ending up at a predatory firm like BAIN Capital. Even the name itself, it's very close. B-A-I-N to B-A-N-E, the bane of my fucking existence. Still taking advantage of the same things that he took advantage of while being the psychopath that he is. Glib, charming in person, but totally devoid of any kind of connection with human beings. Because he's not a human being. He's a fucking psychopath. A plastic man. Finally, I want to give a note of support to SOPA, the Stop Online Privacy Act, and the PIPA, the Protect IP Act. And note that several groups have come out in support of this, most notably Wikipedia, with their blackout And I want to also point out to anybody who would defend President Barry do fucking nothing Santorum, when he finally came out in opposition to SOPA, do not give this man any fucking credit for anything. Because he only does anything when it's too fucking little or too fucking late. And he only does what he is told to fucking do. Whereas, if this thing does pass, chances are whatever he wants to do is going to be fucking meaningless. If in fact he were to attempt a veto. So don't give him any fucking credit for coming out on the side of free speech. God forbid, Mr. National Defense Authorization Act motherfucker. I guess that's it for tonight. Thank you. Good night.